Speaking Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Eddie Hearn, what a night, what a main event.
Amazing night, amazing main event. I mean, I'll do your job for you. Parker Chisora, absolute war. Chisora is not human, and Joseph Parker needed a performance like that, needed to be conditioned like that to win that fight, because otherwise, you know, what we're seeing from Chisora is, if you aren't an elite heavyweight, you will get beat by Chisora. Unfortunately, the elite guys are beaten. Devastated for Jack Cullen, you know, Sergio, beautiful body shot. I thought Jack was boxing really, really nicely. Respect to him for taking that fight. Good win for Zelfa Barrett, you know, after a tough year, his mother passing away. Lerone Richards, I mean, you know, I know he'll get criticism, it was a bit of a boring fight, but he has just beaten Carlos Gongora, top 10 super middleweight. He was an underdog in that fight. Babic probably shouldn't have boxed tonight. COVID 4 weeks ago, wasn't probably fit enough, but nearly come unstuck, and a very exciting fight. David Naika looked very spiteful. Jordan Thompson ready to step up now. Good wins for Rhiannon Dixon and Sandy Ryan.
What did you make of the scorecards of the main event, Eddie? Because Chisora would have won on some of them.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. I mean, I thought, look, Chisora nicked rounds because of his work rate, but he got put down 3 times. You know, so 116, 111, I think was one of them, 117. That's about right for me. I can't see 114, 112, because as you say, without the knockdowns, you give Chisora the fight, and I don't think that would have been right.
Babic at Bridgerweight next?
I think he needs to be, you know, and again, it wasn't the best Alan Babic tonight, but again, he's 10-0 with 10 knockouts. So, we're all very critical, aren't we, of people who are winning, but the difference is you've got to win well and you've got to win in exciting fights.
Last one, what's next, Eddie, with the pandemic and everything? Are we going ahead with the shows in January?
Well, we'll have to see what happens in January. I think it could be unlikely that boxing takes place in January. That's just my hunch, and no science behind that. But we'll see what happens over the next week or so.
Eddie Hearn, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, mate.
Eddie, Zelfa Barrett, great win for him tonight. Any chance of him fighting Kiko Martinez for the world title?
No, because that's down at featherweight. So, you know, unless Zelfa cuts off one of his legs, he ain't going to make 9 stone. But, you know, he's now positioned well for the Agawa fight. So is Joe Caldina, and we'll see what they do next.
A big win for Rhiannon Dixon tonight. Anthony Cole's charge. Of course, we work close with him. What did you make of her performance?
Good performance. You know, frustrating little period for her because she was supposed to fight in Liverpool, but need to keep her nice and active next year. And you know, she's a good young talent.
And big win for Sandy Ryan as well.
Yeah, spiteful. Good win for her. Naika looked great. Jordan Thompson looked really good. Good win for Babic. Lerone Richards, not the most exciting, but a great victory. Gutted for Jack Cullen to lose to Sergio, and of course a brilliant fight with Chisora Parker.
I've heard news that you may be pushing back the Katie Taylor-Serrano fight to end of April, May, is that? Yeah,
well, it's always going to be April, but we were thinking about maybe pushing it to May, but I think after seeing her tonight, there's a chance that April could still be good to go.
Eddie, yeah, just in terms of the possible opponents for Joseph Parker coming up, I know you mentioned a few in the press conference then. Ideally, you know, the boxing fan in you, who would you like to see Joseph go up against?
I like the Hrgovic final eliminator. You know, I think that's a really good fight, and the winner obviously gets a big split with the IBF to fight the winner of AJ against Usyk. So you know, it's a big fight. Wilder, Ruiz rematch, Luis Ortiz, loads of fights for Joseph Parker, and he's put himself right back in the mix.
I don't think there is a loser in the fight really. Both guys gave great.
Well, there was a loser. It was Derek Chisora.
You know what I mean in terms of the stock though, like, because Chisora's stock can never go down in that fight.
Everyone respects Chisora so much that his stock won't go down.
Exactly.
You know, and I think, like I said earlier, when you talk about fighters going out on their shield, he is the epitome of that. People can talk about, I'd rather get knocked out than get beat, but he is that guy. Yeah. And that's why you saw the crowd that you saw tonight, the atmosphere, and people have got a lot of respect for him.
And like you mentioned, Joseph Parker starting to show more spite, more aggression.
Yeah, good punch, very hard. I mean, I don't know how many uppercuts he hit Derek Chisora with.
Yeah, that was there on the night, wasn't it?
It's probably 30. But you know, big win. He's put himself right back on the world scene.
Eddie, how much does Deontay Wilder versus Chisora excite the potential building?
It does, but you know, I mean, as I said, all Chisora's losses have come at elite level. So, and Deontay Wilder is an elite. Listen, Chisora can beat Deontay Wilder. He hits him with a big shot. I tell you what, if that fight goes 4 rounds, Chisora wins that fight. But he's got to get past 4 rounds, and that's going to be really dangerous against someone that punches as hard as Deontay Wilder.
Is it possible to taking Chisora to the US?
Yeah, maybe. Look, I think we're all talking about his next fight. I mean, he just got beat in a really tough fight. He went down 3 times. So let's give him a nice Christmas.
Congratulations on the 44 shows.
Thank you, mate.